Hello Libra, Libra Rising and Libra Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting March 27th, 2017. And a quick reminder for you all out there, remember your monthly astrology for April is currently up and you can check that out on a playlist of its own on the main channel page. So what is going on with your astrology this week, Libra people? Well, we've got some wonderful energies going on at the very beginning of the week. We've got a new moon in Aries in your 7th house of partnerships. This could indicate a new partnership for you on it's in the beginnings, you know, whether we're making something official or just kind of merging something together. You know, because remember the 7th house, it's all about your closest one-on-one relationships and engagements, your boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, husband, wife, roommates, business partners, anything along those lines. And yes, Venus is still retrograde in this area, so we may not have this fully realized this week, and I would advise against it until, you know, maybe in April when Venus is retrograded away into Pisces. But we do have indication that something is almost completely ready to go forward. And you may have been working on this on your own, behind the scenes. You may have been having something like this go on with somebody special, whether it be a platonic, business, or a romantic kind of thing, but finally, looks like this bud is ready to bloom. We also have Mars in Taurus in your 8th house of shared resources, passive income, self-employment income, and all of that good stuff, forming a beautiful sextile to Neptune in your 6th house of work, your schedule, and your health. Now, this could actually be a really nice thing for a lot of you Libra people who are trying to fit in something extra into your work schedule in order to supplement and bolster your income, possibly related to actually, you know, kind of creating this alliance, whatever it is with that new moon in Aries, because Mars in the 8th house does bring us extra. It's always extra work, extra labor. Now, however, I will say to you Libra people, be careful with this Mars sextile Neptune, because the 8th house can also talk about intimacy and sensuality and things like that. And when Mars sextiles Neptune to the 6th house, it's important to make sure that we don't party or pleasure down too much too hard at the beginning of this week. We may accidentally kind of get hooked on that, and it may procrastinate what really needs to be given priority. There will always be more time for that later. Later on the week, we've got Jupiter in your sign, forming a tense square to Pluto in your 4th house of home and family, and there may be a need this week to challenge authority being misused or thrown around the wrong way when it comes to a home matter or a family matter. This could actually be involving a parent, a landlord, maybe even a bank or financial office that could be handling, say, a mortgage or home insurance. But there has been something they have done in error. You know, whenever Jupiter squares Pluto, we have to kind of think about where we need to step up and sort of put somebody who has been elevated into a position of authority, whether officially or not, in their place. And maybe not necessarily aggressively, but you will end up having to do that, and this will most likely show up again in that 4th house home family front. You know, and hopefully things don't get too crazy, but there is a good chance that we may still have to have some tension Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So what's going on with your spiritual advice, with your cards? Well, when it comes to your cards, we've got the Green Man for your spiritual advice, and this always talks about finally taking a launch, making an action that will, you know, come forth into being as, you know, something bigger than you expected. Because usually, with the Green Man, we're talking about a bigger payoff or getting more out of something that's already sent out into the ethers, you know, safely and securely for you. And the Green Man upright may indicate that other people in your life are finally ready to start, again, initializing some kind of agenda or initiative that you have been plotting with, you've been planning with. But at the same time, you know, with the Green Man upright, it's also talking about getting more out of what you have. And you may be noticing, again, some bigger payoffs this week. Make room for that. It may be taking up a little bit more of your personal time, but it will be well worth it. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we have the World card upright. Brilliant card on the money front because this does indicate some kind of promotion, possibly even a bigger position at a company you've hired for. Maybe you're not working for this company yet and they're offering you a position, a pay scale, or maybe even some seniority where you might not have thought you earned it. Again, this is something bigger than we could have expected, very much going in line with that Green Man card. In fact, the World card upright is talking about closing an old era and to make room for the new, which is going to be a huge theme of April anyway. But when we look at the World card, we're also seeing, again, being put into a higher position of authority than we think we owe, than we think we've earned in a lot of ways. There's a graduation moment. That's just the impression I'm kind of getting on that, because it's a level up that's coming from this World card. So, you know, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Take that power. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, the others in your life, we do have the Empress upright. Another wonderful, wonderful card, because again, this could actually be talking a little bit about that home front that we talked about, the astrology. It looks like things on the home front for you, the home and family front, are still going to be going brilliantly, Jupiter square Pluto aside. In fact, this can be a great card for those of you that are looking for a way to improve a home situation that you're in, or to move on to a new home if that is what you are looking to do, whether we're trying to make a purchase, a sale, or simply just rent something new. The Empress card can also indicate an opportunity for funds, like we saw before, coming through a friend or a relative, and something that may be considered easy money, but also something extremely stable. The Empress card upright can also indicate some kind of charity assistance, or maybe even a buffer coming your way through a friend or a relative, something you did not expect. It's kind of like a form of backup or a way out. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Tower card upright. And the Tower card upright is kind of interesting, because the Tower does usually indicate some kind of havoc, some kind of, you know, craziness going down, to put it lightly. And usually the Tower card upright talks about an ending that is overdue with a situation that we are currently involved in our everyday. So this isn't talking about like a situation that comes up every once in a while, you know, and it's like sort of, oh, my brother this, or oh, my, you know, my grandpa that, or, you know, things like that. It's not, I'm not even getting like a health issue here. I'm getting more with the Tower card. It's almost like there's something that is, that we should have made perfectly clear was going to come to an end that may not necessarily be 100% clear to other people. This could be a situation where, again, you're coming out with, look, I'm quitting this job because I took on a brand new one, but I forgot to give people notice, or enough notice. Might not be deciding to stay in the same situation there. People need to know. Now, I always draw extra cards when I get this card, because I always want people to have, you know, all the 411. And what this is the Justice card upright. Okay, so we are having a good thing create this Tower. It's a breakthrough coming your way. Again, it's an acceptance, it's an approval, it's a green light. Now, the Justice card upright could also indicate, though, that, again, as far as what's causing the Tower, it could be you causing the Tower, in sort of correcting a situation that somebody has had a misconception about. And because the outcome for you is the Hermit card reversed, we have you, in a sense, moving on from this situation once we've cleared up, again, this person's misconceptions, this person's illusions, what this person is not necessarily seeing clearly in the situation that you have in this engagement with them. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we've got the Page of Pentacles reversed. And with the Page of Pentacles reversed, be careful this week, again, not to allow the wonderful pleasures of Mars and Neptune to cost you at the end of the week when it comes to new initiatives, or again, new financial opportunities or new work opportunities for either you or your partner. This may be a point this week where you have to kind of be the stern crush or the stern partner when it comes to making sure that they stay disciplined as well, because sometimes people can procrastinate or do a bit of escapism, or they're trying to recharge their batteries and they take it a bit too far. However, with the Page of Pentacles reversed, it's very important to pay attention to the fact that the main message is things are ungrounded. on a practical, pragmatic level this week when it comes to love and romance. And a lot of it is pleasurable, but a lot of it is also extremely tempting. So make sure that we keep an eye on the practical, on the pragmatic, and our needs, and we can have our cake and eat it too. But we don't have to dive in one end to the exclusivity of all else, because that's what happens sometimes with the Page of Pentacles reversed. People handle things in black and white extremes. So that is your horoscope, Libra. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.